one of the things that you have to learn how to do is tie up a loom. So the first thing that you should always have is you should always have your map of what your treadles are going to be like. So this is a 4 harness loom, and I'm tying it up for standard tie up. So the first 2 treadles are going to be plain weave, 1 and 3, and the next 2 treadle. The next one is 2 and 4, and then the other 4 is going to be standard twill, 1 2 2 3 3 4 and 1 4. We should have discussed this in class. Make sure you have your map, and the way that the map works is these lines are the lambs which attach to the harness, and these lines are the treadles. So the first treadle, you should always pull all of your pins out. The first one I'm going to tie to harnesses 1 and 3. So I find my lambs, and this is harness 1. I'm going to lift it up and put it through, and it's important to have the treadles about halfway between the floor and the lambs. And the other thing that is very important is that the cords are the same amount of tension. If I had one that was very tight and one that's very loose, then when I step on the treadle, you can see that this one is going down first, and what that means is that your shed, when it opens up, is not going to be nice and even. So you want to make sure that the lambs are nice and straight, and that, get those out of the way, the cords are the same length. So that's the first one. And then I go on to the next treadle. This is the next treadle, and I'm going to tie it to number 2 and number 4. So the next treadle, I want them to be about the same height. Pull my pin out, find number 2, a little low, and then there's number 4. And that goes. And the next one, 1 and 2. Again, I want to make sure that the lambs are nice and straight and even. Through number 1. Cords are the same tension. Through number 2. Push them in. If you have to put a cord on for number 1, always put the pin through the eye first and then through the cord, because if you put the pin through, the loop in the cord, what can happen is that it can slip and then make your treadle uneven. So always put the pin through the first little eye in the treadle first, and then you continue across. This is especially important if you have more than 4 harnesses, to have a map. Always have a map.